Hey, how y'all doing? Zeke Johnson here, aka the Real Estate Man. I know I've been going for a while from the YouTube channel, showing my face. I've been really busy over the last 10 months. We just flipped over 10 houses for $1.3 million in gross sales. So, I never done that many properties at one time. I'm working on 4 flips right now. I got students with flips, so it's real crazy for me. I ain't like the big YouTube people, with the cameraman following me around. My wife been getting on my head like, you gotta film it, but it's kind of tough when you're dealing with so much, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here going to get it. I don't really have a team like that where I can just delegate like I would like. But it's getting like that though. So I'm doing 4 flips now. I just finished one that's on the market for $200,000, and then my other 2, I got a project manager on them. So they handling all the day-to-day with the contractors and picking out material. See, I was doing all that. I was at Home Depot picking out material. I'm at the job site, if something ain't going right, I gotta fill in, finding the guy, just fine tuning the contractor part. See, with flipping, man, it's real, I'm not gonna say it's real tough, but the toughest part is dealing with contractors. A lot of them are not what they say they are, so it's very important if you guys gonna do fix and flip to go after. What I like to do, instead of hiring one contractor, I like to go find different guys that specialize in all of my trades and all of my skill stuff. Okay, just for example, so if you got an electrician, when I buy a property, we gonna gut it. I'm gonna use a guy with a dump truck that can gut. They go in there, they do my tear out. Once we done with that, I got my plumbing, my electrician going in, 2 separate guys. I found them down at the plumber store, not Home Depot, the plumbing store. So that's where your contractor plumbers go. Even guys that's not contractor. I'm not a big stickler on hiring contractors. I mean, licensed contractors, okay? And I don't have nothing against licensed contractors, but some of the stuff, you don't necessarily need a license for. And then some of the stuff, a lot of people have worked with licensed people, and they know the stuff just as good as a licensed person. And I have found licensed contractors didn't even know anything about building a house or anything about constructing a house. They knew the book part of it, but they didn't know the hands-on part of it, to me, which is the most important. A lot of us don't comprehend that well. A lot of us are, we like to learn as we do. We visual learners. So for you just to read about a house and you licensed, that don't necessarily mean you the guy for the job. So so I like to hire licensed people where I need them. If they're not licensed, I like for them to specialize in something. Okay, that way I can schedule these guys to come in and out right behind each other. So after the plumber come, the electrician come, my drywall guy coming, he's going to drywall mud. My paint guy's coming. Then my tile guy, then my floor guy, then my cabinet guy. So they all just coming in with each other, you know what I'm saying? I find it to be a little bit more easier, but if you can find a licensed contractor that's reliable and good, man, treat them like gold, like seriously, because they will take your business to the next level. I just did 10 flips, but I could have did more if I was more efficient, with the turnaround time for the rehab. Which means if I'm more efficient and I'm moving more property, guess what? That means I can do more deals. If you can do more deals, that's more money in your national hip pocket, okay? So definitely look for a good contractor, but be careful with the amount of money you're giving them. Like, it has not worked for me to give nobody half. It has not worked for me to give somebody 1/3, okay? I believe a good contractor, okay? A good contractor is not only a person that can do good work, A good contractor do good business. See, that's what I'm finding out about these guys. They might got a license. They might can do the work superb, but they don't know nothing about business. So when you drop 10,000, 15,000 in their hand, they not being responsible, depositing that in their account, paying their guys, buying material. They robbing Peter to pay Paul. Then I'm gonna tell you something else they do. They chase deposits. So now when you give them a deposit, they get their guys on the site. You come by, you happy, you videoing it. You know what I'm saying? You counting the money before you get it. You know what I'm saying? And you think they on track. And you come back 2 days later, they get another job doing the same thing to another investor. Taking a deposit, showing up, gutting the stuff, and then going on to the next job. So they picking up 3, 4, 5 jobs while they're doing your job. So you really have to sit down and interview these guys and let them know who you are, what you're doing, and where you're headed. And this is the type of contractor I'm looking to be on my team. You really got to sit them down and say that. Because if they don't, they just think you a fly-by-night dude or somebody that's just trying to get some work done. They might treat you like that and go elsewhere. And chase deposits. And some of them do it regardless. I just talked to one of my guys today. He's on 3 of my projects. I'm giving him, he's making about over $50,000. I got more work than he can chew. And today I found out he was at another house putting in some cabinets. And I asked, I said, man, why you need to pick up some more work? I got more work than you can handle. And then I got more work coming after this. Why are you looking elsewhere? So it's a mindset. They used to working. They don't understand business. Treat me right. I'm gonna make sure you get all the work. You ain't never gonna have to worry about work. But a lot of them not like that. I got a girl named Asia, look her up, Denson Construction LLC. She about the first contractor that do good work. She gonna show up on time. She responsible. She do good business. She got her paperwork signed. She got contracts. She got everything you need to protect herself and to protect you. She licensed, okay, female, young. And she just does great business. And I even asked her about the deposit. She's one of the contractors I'm talking about. She don't have to have half down. Some of her clients do that's like overseas and way across town, but the local ones, you can give her small chunks at a time as she finishes the project. And that's the reason why she's able to do that, because guess what? She has money and she has credit. So if you're a real contractor, you got lines of credit with Lowe's. You got lines of credit with the lumber yard. You got lines of credit with the roofing company. You got lines of credit with the tile shop. You know what I'm saying? So them the guys you want to work with. They want to work with you. You don't got to worry about them threatening you if something go down or if you don't come up with the money. You don't got to worry about them doing anything illegal. You know what I'm saying? Or slacking on the job. You don't got to worry about them lying to you or chasing deposits, because their business is set up like a business to run itself. A lot of these guys out here with general contractor business, they just trying to feed their family. They're just trying to make some money, okay? Not saying they bad people. I'm not saying that at all. You just need a specific type of contractor on your team if you want to do fix and flip. Now listen, I want you guys to click the link below. I have a class out called Fix and Flip for Huge Profits. I've been flipping for 2015. I give you guys all the lenders. I give you a walkthrough video teaching you about the construction process throughout the house. I take my tape measure. I show you how to measure a house and determine a rehab cost right there on the spot. Because if you're doing any marketing and you're looking for your own leads, you can't tell Miss Susie that you have to wait, okay, for your contractor to come give a bid on the property. You got to be able to do the bid right there. So I'm going to teach you that in the class. I got my ruler. I'm going to show you how to measure tile, drywall, cabinetry, doors, windows, roof, gutters, landscape, garage door, garage roof, everything. I'm gonna show you over 50 of my flips on what I use to determine the rehab cost and make sure my margins was 20%. Because if you don't know how to calculate rehab costs, you're gonna end up going over on the rehab, and then what's gonna happen is it's gonna come out your pocket. So instead of you making 30,000, now you made 22,000. Now you still excited because you got 22,000, but you could have made 30. Do that 10 times in a year, you just lost $80,000. At the end of the year, if you go over budget 10 times, just $8,000, just count that times 10, that's 80,000 that could have been in your national hip pocket from day one. So look, if you flip it, you want to know that, click the link below. I got a house, I got a class where I teach you guys A to Z. And the great thing about my class, I include wholesaling as well. Last month I made $10,000 because I had enough flips on my hand. I didn't want any more flips. My students had flips going. I didn't even want to mention the word flip. Okay, that's how tired I was of flips. So I wholesaled the property to a young lady that wanted to become a flipper, and I was able to make $10,000 because of my marketing and what I was able to do with a property I didn't want. So my wholesale class is going to come with that as well. And then if you're a flipper, you want properties at a deep discount. Okay, like it's cool that I teach you guys the Mayo formula. You want to be 20% in, but guess what, y'all? That's the minimum. You could be 30% in, 40% in, 50% on the dollar. Just imagine buying a house for $50,000, putting 50 into it, and it's worth $200,000. You 50 cents on the dollar in. You see what I'm saying? So you can learn larger margins. So what I do, I teach all my students pre-foreclosure process. I was just talking to my student today, explaining him the opportunity. A lot of people don't get it. You know, when a house going to pre-foreclosure, it goes to the auction. The person who buys the house at the auction, you can circumvent them, get the deed to the property, and buy and redeem that property and fix and flip that. And you know you're getting that 50 cents on the dollar. Then if you want to use hard money, you can catch houses before the auction. Buy the property using a regular PA and a hard money deal. You get that house out of foreclosure using your hard money. The seller actually makes some money. So instead of the seller go from losing his house to making 10 or 20,000 on a sale because you came in and bought that property from them before it hit foreclosure or before it hit the auction. Okay, you can do that as well. So I give you all the forms and stuff you need and how to go about going to the auction, going to different lawyers' websites, seeing what houses are up for auction. You know, you get to see that, then you get to contact the owner. So I give you all the tools and bells and whistles to contact the owner, right? And then to do the deal. So now you have three different ways to make money on the flip. You can make more money by getting it through a pre-foreclosure. If you don't want to flip, you can wholesale and make $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Or you can keep the house and flip it and make $20,000, $30,000 or more on the flip. So that's what just happened to me, man. We did over 10 flips, over about $1.3 million in the last 10 months. And I give you the lender. So I give you 90%. So I give you the lender. So the lender's gonna give you 90% of the PA, 100% of the rehab. And if you was broke like me, I borrow more money on the rehab just so I can put something in my pocket until the house sold. So that's a nugget I shouldn't have told y'all. Yes, you can overbid on the rehab and put a little extra, just take some of your profit up front. So if you're about to make $40,000 on this house, put a little extra $10,000 on the rehab and put your little early Christmas gift in your pocket. Now that's a real nugget. Then on top of that, now this is a real nugget. I'm gonna show you guys how to flip a house with zero money out your pocket. Zero. And I tell you that at the end of the class. So there's a traditional way to flip, but now I'm gonna show you how to use a third-party lender that's gonna fund. I'm not even gonna tell you everything. No, then you ain't gonna buy the class. So click down below. I'm gonna offer a 50% off discount on the class. It's gonna come with all three of those. Just enter the code, flip this house for the coupon code. You're gonna get 50% off. It's gonna come with all 3 of those classes. You can email me, ask me any questions, hit me up on Instagram, DetroitRealEstateMan.com. I'm coming out with a tax class as well. So I get my property for the tax auction, probate, and pre-foreclosure, and vacancy and absentee owner. I don't want no other properties than that because that's where I'm going to get my deep discount. And when you start to understand that as a flipper, wholesaler, that's when you're going to go from 0 to 100,000 real quick. That's when you're going to touch 6 figures, 7 figures, and above when you realize where the money's at, okay? All right, man, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys on the next video, but click the link below, subscribe, like, share, you know, because I'm telling you guys all my secrets, man. All right, y'all, I'll see you on the next video.